Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with today's intuitive channeled message. So for those of you who look forward to these, I typically have posted them on Fridays, but due to my recent announcement of starting a new job and a new chapter, it's just been moved to a different day. And even though I'm posting this on a Sunday, that may very well change throughout the month as my schedule changes as well. But just know that I will definitely try to post these every week. And so let's get into the messages here. So again, it's channeled messages. This is not a card reading. I'm just able to channel for the collective and see what I'm able to tap into here today. If this is the first time that you're listening to these, I start off grabbing some letters that could be significant for you or your person's name, as well as any names that I actually am able to channel. Then we'll get into some zodiacs that I'm able to gravitate towards and whatever the messages are for those zodiacs. And if I don't end up picking and choosing or channeling your zodiac sign for you or your person, that of course doesn't mean that the actual love messages or whatever messages I'm able to pick up can't resonate with you. So let's get into it, guys. This is general advice, as always, very much like a card reading. It's just happened to be an intuitive channeled message this time. All right, so let's start with letters here, guys, and see what I'm able to pick up. Right off the bat, I am picking up off of the letter E. D is coming through as well. J and P. K, the letter N. B is coming forward as well. A. F. C. I think I mentioned D already. I'm picking up off of D. Actually, either double or triple D. Somebody's got a lot of D's in their name, or you or your person could both have D names. T and R. M. And I think I've mentioned all the letters I'm channeling here. Okay, so yeah, those are the letters. As far as names, Elliot is coming through. Edwin, or even Edwina. Jean, Jean, but I'm also hearing it pronounced in various forms, so it could also be for a male as well as a female, so could also be Jean, or it could be pronounced John, but I'm seeing it spelled as Jean. I'm also seeing it as Jean-Paul, or John Paul. Enrique is coming through, could also be Rick. I'm picking up off of Ricardo as well, or even Rick or Ricky. Didi is presenting itself, so D-I-D-I. It could also be D-E-E as well as D-E-E. So it could also be two letter D's right next to each other. Noah. Kingston could also be King. Bryson. Felicia. Amir or Amira is coming through. Hector. Tate. Christian is presenting itself here. Could also be Chris or Christopher. Donovan. I'm hearing Cass. K-A-S-S perhaps. C-A-S-S. Could also be Cassidy. Damien. Damon as well. Rowan. Emil or Emilio. I'm hearing Max as well as Maximilian. Could also be Maxine. Jude. Or even Judah. Ashton. Cal, or it could even be Calvin. I'm also hearing Angel for a name, or it could also be Angela. Travis. I'm also hearing Preston. Okay, so those are the names. Hopefully any of those plays a significant role in the person that you're focused on, or it could even be a part of your name. And as far as the zodiac signs, Gemini is represented here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Leo, and Pisces. All right, so let's take a look and see at these energies. I feel what I'm picking up, especially for Pisces, Scorpio, and Aries, when it comes to your love life, there could be some major changes that are about to come in for you. I'm picking up there are good changes, pretty exciting stuff that's heading your way. If you happen to be single, maybe there's new love that's on its way to you. Scorpio, what I'm picking up for you is that at the time that you're listening to this, this is actually a really good time for you to connect with people in a romantic fashion, whether you're already in a relationship, whether you are in separation. There's this intense chemistry between you and this individual. And of course, that can apply to singles as well, connecting with somebody that you're very compatible with. That same intensity is coming through for Aries as well. You and this person will balance each other out. You guys will ultimately be a perfect match for each other. Maybe you already have somebody in mind. If not, again, if you're single, if you're in between partnerships, your next relationship might ultimately bring you your ideal mate. I'm also feeling for you, Pisces, that there might even be a secret admirer situation going on for you. There's somebody here that you interact with maybe on a daily basis or often enough where they're starting to see you in a very different light. This is somebody who really appreciates you. They enjoy your company. They like talking to you. They find you to be very attractive. And this might be one of those things where it's a friendship for now, but they really want to take things out of the friend zone because they're legitimately interested in you. Maybe you already know who this is. Gemini, what I'm picking up for you this time, you really need to be clear about what it is that you're wanting in a particular connection. You and this person have to be on the same page, otherwise there could be balance issues there. And if it's stressing you out, it might start to affect your health. So that's just something to keep in mind. There's clear communication that is needed between you and somebody that you are interested in romantically. Taurus, what I am picking up for you is a time for you to focus on yourself. I feel you've spent a lot of time giving to others, giving too much of yourself to somebody, whether that's in a romantic partnership or some other capacity. And it's time to give back to you. It's time for you to put yourself on your priority list. I feel that's something that's been compromised for a very long time. And you're going to tap out, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, you name it. You're going to tap out if you don't put yourself first. So it's time to do that. Yeah, there's something that I'm picking up when it comes to balance issues with some of the signs here. Leo, the same applies to you. I'm picking up this vibe like some of you guys have experienced a situation where somebody either really upset you or they made you angry, and it's really affected your emotional state where you're feeling off balance. So this is another one of those things where you got to give back to yourself, or you need to regroup, spend time on your own, de-stress, do something to relax and just calm that energy of stress before it starts affecting more than just your mental state and it starts affecting your physical health. So that's just what I'm picking up for some of you guys. So yeah, if I didn't mention your zodiac sign as I've mentioned, that doesn't mean the messages that I'm about to channel can't apply to you. It absolutely can. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that is this time. So I'm immediately getting this message for those of you who are far away from each other. And it depends, I guess, on your interpretation of what far away is, especially when you care for somebody and love someone so deeply and you're in separation from that person. I mean, across the street could be too far, you know, but I'm feeling more so like you guys are miles away from one another. So not only is there a separation, but they maybe have moved very far away, either the next city or the next state, the next country, the nearest country to your country, whatever the case might be. But there is, and I believe I've picked up off of the same type of energy from previous channeled messages. So maybe this is related to those messages too, if you've listened to those, because I'm kind of feeling this geographical distance between two people who live so incredibly far from one another. But the thing is, you guys might as well be in the same room because you're both feeling each other's energies. There are synchronicities there. You know, they could be doing the exact same thing at the same time that you're doing it. You're both thinking about each other, wondering, you know, what the other one is thinking, without even realizing you guys are actually both thinking about each other at the same time. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you guys are more in tune than you even realize, or even they realize. They've thought about reaching out, but they've also chickened out. You know, it's like they'll pick up their phone, or they maybe have tried to reach out to you on social media, and they've even gone as far as maybe composing a text or an email or reaching out on social media, as I've said, and then right when it comes time to sending it, they don't find the nerve to be able to do it. So either you guys had an argument, or they know that you would be upset with them if they tried to reach out. Whatever the case might be, there's apprehension on their part as far as communicating. And I believe that came through before too with some of the messages I've channeled. So again, if you're hearing this and if you're a regular viewer to these, you might find, if this is your situation, that that's still happening, especially if no one has taken any sort of action to bridge the gap between the two of you. I'm picking up off of the month of September for some of you guys, so that could actually be Virgo season as well as Libra season. That could be significant for some of you. You could have those signs in your chart. And I mean, Virgo season, it's right around the corner. Libra season is right after that. So maybe for some of you, that could even be my angel's way of giving you a time frame as to when communication might come in. Okay, so that's for those of you who relate to that. Far away is what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else. I'm hearing the words, be mindful of what you say, and that might not even be a message specifically for you. I'm just ultimately feeling it could be the person that you're thinking about. Maybe they said something that hurt you or disappointed you. Might have hurt you. And maybe what they've learned from being far away from you is that they really do need to be mindful of what they say in order to, yeah, I just keep getting to not hurt people. So, you know, that could be a lesson that they've learned during this time apart for those of you who are not together at this point in time. Let's see what else. Okay, so my angel guides are showing me two words, desire and wedding. So I can only gather for some of you guys that maybe what you're really hoping for from your person is commitment, long-term commitment that could actually lead towards marriage. Or some of you guys might already be engaged and planning a wedding at this point. Some of you might be doubting whether or not you're making the right decision, or maybe the other person is doubting whether this is a good thing to do. Maybe somebody's not ready. I feel the love is there though, but I'm just ultimately feeling somebody's maybe getting some cold feet here as far as taking it in that direction. So if what you're expecting from your person is to commit long term, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of movement to go in that direction, I'm just feeling perhaps they're not quite ready, but someday there's a really good chance that they will be. So it's one of those things where if you just give them time to get there, I feel they will get there. But if they feel pressured to go down that road before they're actually ready, then it might ultimately backfire on you as far as the relationship actually withstanding the test of time. So this person, I feel they don't want to be pushed, they don't want to be rushed, and you just got to give them the opportunity to come to their own conclusion that they want what you want, because I feel ultimately they can get there. That's what I'm picking up from that scenario. Let's see what else. Okay, so now I'm picking up off of a couple more words. Drama and movie. That's interesting. That could be something so simple as maybe you guys are getting ready to go to a movies. Maybe you met at the movies. But I'm also feeling this vibe where somebody tends to be a little bit overly dramatic. It's like how you would see things playing out in the movies, but it's actually happening in real life. Drama-filled scenario. I'm feeling for some of you this has to do with trust issues, possible infidelity in your partnership where it played itself out like a drama, like a movie, and it was pretty chaotic, I feel. You know, you might have even experienced something like a tower moment with this person. I'm also hearing the words, I've had enough. So if you relate to that, and if you've had enough of this person's drama, you of course are in a seat of power to actually distance yourself, close the door, sever ties, block them, however way you need to do that so that they can't reach out and revisit the partnership. I mean, nothing can happen ultimately if you don't allow it. So they can't actually revisit the relationship if you don't allow them to. That totally is your call, I feel. Let's see what else here. I'm also hearing the phrase, your prayers have been answered. So if you're one to turn to prayer, whatever it is really that you've been praying about, whether it is a love connection, whether it is struggles that you've been going through in your life, whether it is finances or any other category for whatever you're focused on, your prayers have been heard and they will be answered. But it's one of those things where you have to have patience for that to present itself to you, you know? So have patience is key there, because I feel ultimately you'll get exactly what it is that you've hoped for, prayed about, wished for. Again, whether pertaining to your romantic life or any other aspect of your life, you may very well get everything that you have prayed about, that you've really been honed in on. You just got to have patience for the universe to actually deliver that to you. I'm also hearing lost and found. That could pertain to romantic partnerships, of course, especially if you guys are focused on a lost love, maybe. Maybe you also feel that when you guys connected, you finally found your love of a lifetime. They could be feeling that way about you as well. Now, some of you guys, it could be something as simple as you lost something. That could be an indication that you will eventually find it. It's one of those things sometimes when you're not looking for it and you're rummaging through stuff and you actually end up finding what it was that you were looking for and ended up finding something else. Could be one of those situations too. But when it comes to your romantic life, I'm kind of tapped into a lost love that feels really just out of sync without you. Whoever this is, they do think about you a lot. And, you know, maybe it's been a while since you guys have connected or even talked at this point. You guys might have even moved on to other relationships, but I can tell you here, we have one of those spiritual ties where they still feel so incredibly connected to you. Maybe you feel it as well. I'm kind of feeling this for some of you guys who might even feel you're on a twin flame journey, but it just happens to be a twin flame journey in separation. Your twin is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. But maybe right now the timing might be off, or maybe they're not ready, maybe you're not ready. Okay, so there's this opportunity for things to come together, but maybe not right now. So that seems to be coming through in this channeled message this time, that there is this need to allow time to unfold. There is this need to have patience until whatever it is that you're focused on has the opportunity to manifest itself. So if it's just not happening right here, right now, just know that it really can be on its way to you. But it's also one of those things where it helps to believe. If you believe without a doubt that this is something that you can manifest, then just stick to that. You know, focus on that. Hone in on that energy. And the universe will pick up off of that vibe, you know. If you don't have a plan B, focus on that plan A and believe that it's what's meant for you. Whether, again, it's pertaining to love, a job, your friendships, your family, finances, whatever it is. All right, let me go ahead and grab one more message here for the collective. Okay, so this has something to do with finances, guys. If you are in between jobs, if you are unemployed, if you've been living paycheck to paycheck, I'm seeing a whole bunch of gold coins, and it's a type of vibe that I pick up off of this when it's like raining money, if that makes sense. So that for me is very abundant, that is prosperous. Some of you guys could very well be coming into money. For those who are unemployed, it could be telling you here that a job is around the corner, that you might actually find something that makes you very happy, that feeds your passions. So yeah, improved finances, job opportunities, career advancement, promotions, financial windfalls. It could be tapped into all of those things. Now, I'm also picking up for some of you guys that you might even make a love connection either at your place of employment or near your place of employment. Could also be somebody that visits your place of employment. So they might not even work there, but it might ultimately even be somebody that you see on a daily basis. It's interesting, I did a reading years ago where that actually happened for one of my clients, and she worked in this office, and there was this, I think a FedEx or UPS guy that came in every single day. They developed a friendship. The friendship turned into love, and now they've been married like a decade. So, you know, something along those lines where love finds you unexpectedly. So you just don't know. Keep an open mind and keep your heart open to the possibilities of what life can actually bring you, because you might just find that the universe will deliver in the most unexpected ways that could very well surprise you and make you very happy. All right, guys, so I will leave it at that for today's channeled messages. I do hope there's something here that you were able to resonate with. And I'll make an announcement, of course, on my Instagram page or on the community tab on YouTube as to when I will be posting the next one. So it may very well be on Fridays again, if I'm able to really get my schedule straightened out. But again, I will post that and let you guys know way in advance. And I'd love to see you over on the live streams that we do on Wednesdays. It's a super chat live stream. If you are interested in getting your own mini reading, that's a perfect time to get one. and we're probably going to be switching up the days for the second live stream, which is more of a general love forecast, and then towards the end of that live stream I will choose 2 people to do a mini reading for. Not necessarily a paid mini reading compared to the Wednesday ones. I just gravitate towards 2 people towards the end of that live stream. And you know, it certainly is appreciated if you contribute a super chat, but it's not obligated in any way, shape, or form. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so very much for being here, for tuning in, for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.